Kayla. I'm 42, and I feel like my personality has changed a lot, and it's worrying me. I'm irritable and very moody. I'm aware of it, but I can't seem to control it. What's going on? Ah, yes, classic. This is the thing. As so many women enter their mid to late 30s or early 40s or mid 40s or 50s, somewhere along the line, one thing for certain, their hormone levels decline. And these are very powerful biochemicals. They have a lot of different effects, and I want to single out, in this case, progesterone. And I just mentioned to someone earlier on, to Joy, that if you were to inject progesterone of the right dose into my body, or anyone's body, or any woman's body, and we got the dose right, we would be put to sleep so deep, surgery could be performed on us. Now, it's not used in anesthetic, but that's what would be the effect. Progesterone is the great calming hormone. And when progesterone declines, and it can as early as the early 30s, certainly as early as the mid 30s, and definitely in the late 30s and early 40s, you'll get a progesterone decline. So the great calming hormone declines. So what's left? Irritability, anxiety. And it's so common that, I mean, I am sitting here today because Deborah, I can picture her, 25 years ago, walked into my office. I had known her as a patient for quite a while. She was an extremely successful woman. She was so successful financially, she retired in her mid-40s. She came into the office angry, and angry at me. And I didn't get it. She was always so rational and successful and beneficial. And she was angry. She says, "You're not going to, I want you to listen to me and pay attention to what I'm saying. Because I'm telling you, I'm losing my mind. And something's wrong. And I don't want you to tell me that I'm just having some uncomfortable feelings or whatever you think is stress. There's something off in here." And serendipitously, I had spoken to the medical doctor who had brought the whole story of progesterone into the medical profession of those of us who were really paying attention to hormones. And John Lee, bless his heart, he was such a generous physician. And he told me about progesterone. And I went, okay. And I got a hold of some bioidentical progesterone in a cream, gave it to Deborah. 3 weeks later, I get a call from Deborah. "Thank you, I'm myself again." It was so dramatic. Progesterone got her mood back. I mean, that is so remarkable. Well, I hadn't been used to things like that. I've been used to the multifactorial causes and long processes that are sometimes involved in a significant healing process. Never had I administered something so little to get such powerful results. My goodness, did that get my interest up in the power of hormones. Long story. The main thing is, Kayla, you're 42 years old. I'm going to make a guess that it's the decline of that progesterone, number one. And I describe this in great detail in our book, Happy Healthy Hormones. And there are other possibilities. I mean, what are the biochemicals internally of happiness and peace and calmness? There's a lot of them. In a woman, progesterone is right up there at the top, but they all play a role. Estrogen, testosterone, cortisol, thyroid. So there are reasons that an exaggerated response to stress can deplete all these hormones, and we can get irritable for a lot of reasons, and that includes the neurotransmitters. I mean, what do you mobilize for in stress? Is the vanguard of the stress response chemically. The neurotransmitters as well, so they can get depleted and imbalanced as well. But one thing you could even try, I think is very safe, is, you'll get more specific instructions in my book, is go to your local vitamin or health food store, get over-the-counter progesterone. It's not my favorite, but it's good enough, and rub it on your skin during the second half of your cycle, or even longer, and see if your mood doesn't improve. That's some pretty wild advice. Or best yet, get the expert advice. But this is what Dr. Lee brought to us. He got progesterone over the counter because so many women suffer from early decline of progesterone that affects the mood.